Welcome, my friends, to another episode of The Woggers Way. I'm your Uncle Brian, and today I'm going to show you a common problem a lot of people have, but they do not take into consideration before they install their new quartz or granite countertops with an undermount sink. So you saved all your pennies so you can get that beautiful granite or quartz countertop you wanted with that really nice stainless steel undermount sink. You're all happy. But then this happens, and your whole attitude changes, and it turns out to be a nightmare. The problem is your sink. Normally, when you had before, you probably had a drop-in sink, a sink that dropped in from the top of your counter, and the older sinks were maybe 6 inches deep in the basins. Well, now you're doing an undermount, so all of a sudden you drop the sink down an inch because your granite or quartz is probably about an inch thick, so you dropped it down an inch. Plus, the new sinks are about 9 or 10 inches deep in the basins, not 6 inches like you had before. So there's a good 3 or 4 more inches that's coming down. So now you've dropped that sink down, good 4 or 5 inches from where it was. Well, what's the problem with that, you think? Well, right here, this drain pipe. Sometimes, like in this case, the drain pipe is too high and I can't get my drain pipes from the sink to line up with this properly because we're installing a garbage disposal with this system. Now, if you're not installing a garbage disposal, you have a lot more leeway and you can get your drain pipes up a little bit higher. But in our case, garbage disposals here are pretty much the norm. Now, if you don't install one, people are going to be a little bit upset. So what are your options when your drain pipe is too high? Well, one, you can plumb it without a garbage disposal. But like I said, in this area, garbage disposals are pretty much the norm and people are upset if you don't have one. So that's really not an option for us. So we have to install a garbage disposal. And the garbage disposal is going to drop your drain pipes down a good another 7 inches because where the garbage disposal mounts to the sink and where the out port on the garbage disposal is, that's a good 7 inches there. So now we've dropped it 5 inches here, plus we got another 7 inches from the garbage disposal. So now we got 12 inches down, and this is too high. We can't line them up. So we can either plumb without a garbage disposal, or the other option is you cut open the wall, you cut off your drain stack, and you lower it down, which means a lot of work. If you can't do it yourself, you can hire a plumber. It's going to cost you a lot of money. There is one other option, and when it works, it's magical. And it works in this instance. That's what this is right here. This is your cleanout. Now, not everybody will have a cleanout under their sink. If this back wall is an exterior wall, chances are your cleanout is outside on the other side of the wall. But this is an interior wall, so our cleanout is right here underneath the sink. Why does that make a difference? Because this is what we can do. We can cut off our drain pipe here, put an adapter on there, and turn our drain pipe into our cleanout. And we can change our cleanout into our drain pipe. Now we've dropped our drain down about another 7 inches, so we can configure all our drain pipes under the sink to line up and everything will work properly. Your cleanout does not have to be below your drain out. Okay, you can flip them around the other way. It doesn't really matter. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you how to convert this to the cleanout and how to convert the cleanout to our drain pipe. I'm going to do that right now.
First, you need to get rid of the trap adapter and any elbow on the drain stub out. Now my rigid compact battery recip saw makes quick work of that. And for once, I made a straight cut. Go figure. A little emery cloth to clean off the stub out. Now there was a lot of paint and drywall compound on it. You want to get it clean, otherwise the adapter won't fit and the glue won't hold. This is the cleanout adapter. One side is threaded for the plug and the other side is a slip fitting to go over the wall pipe. Use a proper adhesive for the type of pipes you have. In my case, it's ABS. And don't be chintzy with the glue. You want to make sure you have some really good coverage. After you push the fitting on, give it a quarter turn to help spread the glue evenly, and then hold the fitting for about 30 seconds because it's going to want to push out on you. Also wipe any excess glue from the pipe and fitting and make sure to have something underneath to catch any drips and spills. Before installing the plug, place some thread sealant on the thread so it has a really good seal. Now down to the old cleanout. First remove the plug. The inside of the pipe will be threaded. So how do you convert that to a smooth pipe for your new drain pipes? You'll use this. This is a male adapter. It's threaded on one side, and the other side is a smooth slip fitting. Now let's use some Woggers Way animation to show you how to hook it all up. The male adapter will thread into the stub out from the old cleanout. Now, since I need to move the pipe over to line up with the disposal, I'll add an elbow. Now, these elbows come in various degrees from 22.5 to 45, 60, and 90. You'll connect these fittings together with a short piece of pipe. Then on the end, you'll attach a trap adapter, which is another male adapter, just now turned around the other way. Your wall tube on your drain pipe will slide into the trap adapter and be held in place with a slip washer and a nut. If the stub out from the wall is close enough to where your drain pipe, aka the wall tube from the P-trap, so you can just come straight out from the wall, then you won't need an elbow and you'll just attach the trap adapter to the male adapter with a short piece of pipe. When I cut my pipes, I like to use these cutters from Rigid. They make a nice, clean, straight cut with no burrs. I also put a bevel on my pipes for better gluing. I'll link both items below in my bio. Make sure to use some pipe thread sealant on the threads of the male adapter before threading it into the old cleanout. And be careful with your pliers. Grab the fitting near the threads and not near the slip end where you may crack the fitting. Clean off any excess sealant and keep your work clean. Same with the glue. Don't leave excess on the pipes or dripping down, and make sure the pipe isn't tilted down so you don't have any draining issues, hence the use of the torpedo level.
And that, my friends, is how you lower your drain stack when you really need to. Now, like I said, it does not work in all circumstances. If you don't have a clean out below your sink drain underneath your kitchen sink, well, then this is not an option for you. And another thing to keep in mind is make sure that the clean out is not too low. You need to make sure there's enough room for the P-trap. So if that's not going to fit because your clean out is too low, then this is also not an option. But this is a great way to make it a difficult situation much better. So now go ahead and hook up your garbage disposal, all your under sink drain pipes, and that brand new shiny faucet to match your new countertops and sink, and enjoy your kitchen. Now I know I lowered the drain pipe in this video, but if I raised your expectations, I'd appreciate it if you give a tap on the thumbs up like button and subscribe to my channel. And once again, this is your Uncle Brian saying thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye now.